Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and we are here with another narrated Pokemon battle. This is going to be an Inu battle here against Jose G15. And the Pokemon I really want to use in this battle is actually the Druddigon. Druddigon's a Pokemon I used quite a bit back in Generation 5. So I want to bring it back, see if I can get some use out of it. Plus I've got Typhlosion. Typhlosion's always a Pokemon that I love. Let's see if it can do some work in the tier. I actually lead off with Vivillon here. I was actually hoping I could set it up. You set it up or something, you know? But Heliolisk is here. I do not want to stay in on a Heliolisk. So I have to go into my Dhelmise because I'm expecting the Thunderbolt. And of course my opponent goes for that Thunderbolt. And I actually survive. Now we're going to see the Dark Pulse. And that does quite a bit of damage. But we do live, and I go for that Power Whip. So with that Power Whip, we will take out the Heliolisk. So right off the bat, a very threatening Mon taken out. But my opponent actually has a lot of threatening Pokemon. My opponent still has Mismagius and the Magmortar. And out actually will come the Mismagius. And I'm actually going to switch into my Vaporeon. I'm actually hoping Vaporeon can take a hit from this thing. Vaporeon has good special defense. So hopefully we can take a hit. But as you see, it's going to be a 3-hit KO. So actually, we're not taking it as well as I would have hoped, but I'm going to be able to go ahead and go for a Toxic this turn. Of course, we're going to get hit with another one, and this time our special defense will drop. It's not going to matter because, of course, that was going to be a 3-hit KO anyway, so that special defense drop doesn't matter there, really. The main thing I wanted to do is get this Toxic because looking at this thing right here in my team, this thing is a huge threat, and I'm actually kind of scared that it's going to end up punching holes in my team. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can play around it, maybe switch into something that can take a Shadow Ball a little bit better, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do against it. It's actually doing a lot of damage. So here I actually protect so I can get a little bit more toxic damage, get some leftover recovery, and actually I'm going to actually switch out into something that can maybe take a hit. I'm going to see if Hitmonlee can take a hit a little bit better. I know, of course, it's not going to take it better, but I'm hoping it maybe could be, I don't know. See, honestly, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to sack something off to this thing so it can do some more toxic damage, and honestly, I'll just send out Hitmonlee. I'm hoping that we can, you know, stall it out a little bit better. However, Hitmonlee will go down. Hitmonlee would have been really nice to keep, but honestly, at this point, I'm trying to figure out something to do. Here I'm going to go into Druddigon, and honestly, I feel like I kind of made a mistake here. I should have went ahead and attacked it, you know, try to get some damage on it. However, here I'm just going to go Stealth Rocks because, honestly, I was hoping it could take, you know, 2 maybe, or, yeah, and still live. However, it's only going to take 1, and the next turn it will go down. So we do have Stealth Rocks, but honestly, it's not going to matter because this Mismagius will survive that turn of poison, and I'm going to have to switch out Druddigon. I think I need to keep Druddigon, and I do need to sack something off here. I've already sacked off Hitmonlee, which is really bad, so I'm going to actually try to sack off Vaporeon here, and it's been so good to keep Vaporeon, but I've got to sack something off. This thing is doing so much damage, and honestly, Vaporeon probably wouldn't have done that much for my team, because of course my opponent does have Magmortar, and Magmortar often runs electric moves. So now I'm going to go into Vivillon as my opponent brings in the Tauros, and here I'm going to try to, you know, go for a Sleep Powder. I'm seeing I need to set up. That's really what I need to do. I want to go Sleep Powder and then try to set up. However, my opponent's going to make a really good switch and go into Magmortar, and it actually has Vital Spirit, so that means I won't be able to put it to sleep. And I'm going to go ahead and make a switch, go into Druddigon. Druddigon should take a Flamethrower or something like that pretty well, I think. Instead, my opponent goes Thunderbolt, and we actually take that well too. So here we're going to get some, you know, leftover recovery, which is actually pretty nice. And my opponent's going to go ahead and switch out that Magmortar. And my opponent's actually going to bring in the Regirock. So Hitmonlee would have been so nice to have it for this thing. However, I still have my Dhelmise, and I'm hoping maybe Dhelmise would actually, you know, take care of this thing. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Glare here. That was actually mostly intended for Magmortar, but I'll go ahead and get it on this thing. And honestly, that Stealth Rock is really bad because, of course, I've got little health on my Delmise, so it's going to make it a little bit tougher. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Dragon Tail here so I can try to swap something out, make it take some rock damage. That's really what I need to do right now. Honestly, I was hoping the Magmortar would have came in so I can get some more damage on that, but I will take this Tauros. It's actually going to go for a Body Slam, and I don't really have a good switch in for this thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and sack off my Drudagon. And here I'm going to go into Typhlosion. I'm hoping maybe Typhlosion can be the thing that, you know, turns the tides, maybe. Of course, that Magmortar is still there, and honestly, I don't really have much that can hit this Magmortar except Focus Blast. But Focus Blast doesn't even hit the Magmortar. So really, I needed that Focus Blast in order to take care of this thing. And actually, I do connect the second one, but as we see, it barely does anything. So honestly, what I would have needed was the first one to hit, that second one there, and then I could have went for a third one. However, that first one missing is really bad, and I actually have to send something in to sack off, and I have to sack off Delmise. Honestly, at this point, it's going to be really tough for me to try to turn this around. I'm going to go Vivillon here. Of course, those Stealth Rocks are still up, and I don't have a way to get rid of them now. But I'm going to try to pop my Z move. I'm hoping I can at least get rid of Magmortar, because I cannot set up on Magmortar at all, because it can just destroy me with a T-Bolt, go for Flamethrower, anything like that. So I'm going to hope that this nuke will take it out. That's what I really need. From how much damage Focus Blast did, this thing's got some pretty good special defense. But we do take it out with that Z move, which is really nice. However, it's been so nice to be able to set up a Quiver Dance, because now my opponent's going to bring in this Tauros, and of course, Tauros is going to outspeed us. And I really wanted that Quiver Dance so I can, you know, actually go toe-to-toe with Tauros here. However, we're going to lose Vivillon, and now it's down to my Typhlosion. And really, Typhlosion doesn't have much of a chance here. I've got to lock myself into something, and no matter what I lock myself into, we're not going to be able to win this game. So I'm just going to go Overheat so I can get a quick knockout on Tauros, and then just accept the fact that Regirock will come in and just finish off my Typhlosion. So good game, Jose G15. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, you know, break through some of your mons, especially that Mismagius. That thing actually was so threatening to me, and it did so much work. I didn't really have a good Pokemon to send out to take it on. So hopefully next time we do an NU battle and someone brings Mismagius, I actually bring something that can counter the Mismagius. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next Pokemon video.